Now, I can definitely understand if you don't believe anything that I'm saying, anything that I'm posting. You don't, trust the words that's coming out of my mouth. I get that. I understand. Because who am I, right? Who am I? I'm just here posting stuff. I'm just a messenger. But if you grew up off of like R&B and hip hop, you would know about Salt-N-Pepa. You would know about them. You know what I'm saying? You would know about that. And if anybody has anything to say about what's going on in the music industry or just in general when it comes to the entertainment industry and who's running it, Salt would know this. Cheryl Salt would know this. Okay, so I have a video of her. Now, the thing about it is, I saw this video a few days ago, and it was circulating on TikTok. I went to her page today, and when I went to her page, it was there. I went to her page today, and I don't see it on there. I don't know if I'm just needing to scroll further back, because I really don't remember where I saw it, but I don't think it was that far back when she posted it. I'm not sure, but from what I saw today, I didn't see it on there. I might be mistaken. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Maybe I just needed to scroll even further back, but I didn't see it on her page as of today. But I'm gonna go ahead and show it to y'all to see what she has to say about all of this.
Hey y'all, so the cat's out the bag. I've been studying this type of thing for years, but you can't really talk about it because people will think that you're crazy. So now we know Satanists and Luciferians run the world. 2 Corinthians, it describes that Satan is the god of this world. That they own the government, politics, Democrats and Republicans, the court system, the education system, the banks, the Federal Reserve, real estate, farms, Hollywood, what we watch, music, what we listen to, media, what we believe, sports, big pharma, everything. We pay their taxes, we work their jobs, we buy their houses. We don't own anything really, because even if we paid for a house outright, if we miss paying taxes one time, they can take the home. We've been pitted against each other like crazy forever. Black versus white, rich versus poor, men versus women, Democrats versus Republicans, Muslims against Christians. We fight over narratives that they've created to keep us divided while they're doing whatever they want. Hunting, killing, sexually assaulting, sacrificing, torturing, cannibalizing, yes, cannibalizing, and organ harvesting our children, grooming them and over-sexualizing them, teaching them inappropriate things in school. They start wars and they tell us it's this country or that country, or it's this religion, who's our enemy. And our kids go to war to defend lies. They fund both sides of the war and make billions of dollars while our family members are sacrificed. We have been bamboozled beyond our wildest dreams. Everything we've been fed is a lie. So what do we do? If you're like me, it's like, okay, we got the information, but what do? We can't impeach the president because that's up to Congress. The only power we have is our dollars, our prayers, and our voices. Some people will laugh at that, but when it comes to their God, they're on their job. They pray to their God, they worship him, they murder, assault children, make blood sacrifices. They are very dedicated to making sure their God is pleased with them. We can stop feeding the beast with our dollars. When things are exposed, we can stop giving them our money. I'm not telling you who you should buy from or where to spend your money, but I do encourage you to investigate the companies you patronize. Find out who they are, what their practices are, what their beliefs are. I know we love certain brands, but do we know their history? Who owns your bank? Is there another place that you can put your money? Because if they decide, they can close the banks whenever they want, or they can freeze our accounts if we don't comply with their narrative. They're purposely poisoning our water, air, and food, so support your local farmers if you have access. I know everyone doesn't have access. I understand that. Buy fresh, real food. Buy land if you can. Grow food if that's in your heart. Even this information we've been exposed to, I think it's designed to see what we will do. This information can make us feel helpless and depressed and even more complacent, giving them even more control to usher in their new world order, their one world government, one currency, one world dictatorship where we have no rights at all. So we can refuse digital ID, we can support smaller venues, we can spread and share information. If we can homeschool our children. Support local farmers, it's healthier, it's cleaner, get back to eating whole foods. If you can, try and go direct to consumer. And according to Revelation, yes, we are being led to a choice, right? It talks about the mark of the beast in Revelation 13, 16 through 17. You can read it for yourself, but that's basically where this is all headed, and it's unfolding right in front of us. There'll be a time that we won't be able to buy or sell unless we take the mark. Can you imagine one world government, one religion, one currency, total dictatorship, total control? Let's do what we can. Spread information. God bless you guys.
So that's what I was saying, that there was a part where she said we're being led to a choice. It's like they are hurting everybody to make a decision, like pushing everyone toward an outcome in order to make some type of decision, in hopes that the decision that we choose is their solution. So they create the problems, they also come up with the solution, and the solution is going to benefit them. It's going to be, wrapped up in a bow, pretty wrapping paper, and it's going to be when everyone is at their wits' end, when they are desperate, when they are struggling, they're at their lowest, and they are looking for something, a savior or something to come along, and they are going to play that role. And you must not be deceived, but unfortunately, a lot of people will be deceived, and they are going to accept it. They're going to say, let's do it. We need this. This is going to benefit us. This is going to work for us. This is, and it's going to be something that's going to benefit them at the end. It's going to be where the entire world is under the direction of one government, and it's going, and we all become the same slaves, basically, at the same rate, struggling at the same rate, just the same thing. Like I said before, the days of Nimrod, where everybody spoke one language, everybody was doing the one thing, and he was building the Tower of Babel, I believe so. That is what essentially it's the entire thing is, because of the fact that the enemy was kicked out of heaven, of that realm, was kicked out and has been trying to get back ever since. And a lot of people just don't believe it. They don't believe the spiritual world. They don't believe the Bible. They don't believe what's in it. They don't believe even the missing stories that are out of the Bible. They don't believe that there is, demonic rituals, but then at the same time, there are righteous rituals. They don't believe any of it. And that's what they're banking on. They're banking on your stupidity, your ignorance, so that they can usher you or move you toward making that choice that's going to benefit them. But I say this, there are a lot of people that have been saying this way longer than I have. A lot of people that have been trying to expose this stuff for way longer than I have. I've been researching this for, a year and a half maybe, and I've gone through the stages of, depression and, sadness and feeling crazy and anger and all of that stuff. And now I've just come to the point where it's like I'm able to talk about it. I can see through it. I can see through the veil. I can tell the difference. I can tell that all of this is fake. This is all fake, and just kind of waking up for the next wave of people to start waking up, or waiting for the next wave of people to start waking up, to just kind of give guidance, I guess. I don't know, but I'm here, and I'm still gonna live my life. This isn't to fearmonger. This isn't because of the fact that God multiple times, so many times, has said to fear not. He is with us. Fear not, he is with us. And that is what I go by. I go by because of the fact that God keeps his promises. Whether we like the promise, whether we see the promise right then and there, he keeps his promise. So let me know in the comments what y'all think, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.